it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with comedian extraordinaire Akeem Woods.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Today, Tatiana Ali is going to be joining us. Whoop, whoop. She's got this these baby quilts that she does called Baby Ants, and she also blogs. She went through a lot having her two sons. Her first son in particular was quite a journey. She learned a lot about what black women get treated like when they're giving birth.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll talk to her today. But of course, it's the legendary Tatiana Ali, so just excited to have her in the building. Of course, we got to start the show off with some love and some positivity. I was at a wedding over the weekend. Our producer, Dan, is now leaving for his honeymoon, but he got married over the weekend. He had a week-long activities for his wedding.
I saw his stories. They looked amazing.
When I tell you all kinds of fun things happen, we'll talk about it later and about last night. But in the meantime, let's spread some love, some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. No more single ladies for Rita. She's married now. She's a Greene. Ooh. Daniel Greene and Rita. Congratulations, guys. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Akeem.
Hey, y'all.
Akeem Woods. And today, you know what? Since I was at Dan and Rita's wedding over the weekend, let's shine a light on Rita, his now wife.
Yay.
Her name is now Rita Greene.
Rita Greene. She's so
Welcome
sweet.
to the
I've met her a
Greenes.
few times. She's
But
very nice.
she actually works at Sirius, where I used to work. That's where I started my career in radio. And she does original programming over at Sirius. But her story is very interesting. She was a dental hygienist. That's what she went to school for.
Oh, wow.
And then she won tickets and to go see, I think it was Selena Gomez, and decided when she went up to the station to pick them up, that's what she wanted to do, and showed up for work the next morning at 5 a.m. To intern. And that's actually what started her in radio, to see something like that.
That's amazing.
And then show up the next morning early, on time. And she transitioned from pop music into dance music. That's when her mentor actually left, and she was able to get a job there as assistant program director. And that's when she fell in love with dance music. And she actually had Afrojack come and DJ, which is a huge deal.
I know.
At the wedding. All right, now who do you guys want to spread some love to? Who do you want to shine a light on? What's up, James? Who you want to shine a light on?
Hey, what's up? I want to shine a light on your producer today.
Okay, Dan.
Yes, and I want to say congratulations to him and his fiance. And I also want to shine a light on you. And I love your establishment. I love your place, and I can't wait to come there again.
Oh, you went to Cup. Coffee Uplifts people.
Yeah, I went there, and I saw you, and I got kind of nervous. But I'll be coming there again. But I just want to shine a light on your producer and his fiance, his new wife.
That's his wife now. No longer a fiance. Yep, they married.
Much love to them. Send them much love their way.
All right, thank you, James.
Bye.
That was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And since Akeem is guest hosting today, let's come back with some Yee tea regarding comedian Damon Wayans. He was on Club Shay Shay, and so we'll find out all the tea. He had a lot of things to talk about. For instance, he was supposed to play Richard Pryor.
I heard.
In the biopic, and we'll tell you what happened. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the room.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Akeem Woods is here with me.
What's up, boo?
Let's get into some Yee tea. First of all, a Minecraft movie made $157 million in its opening weekend. It's the biggest domestic debut of the year and the best in history for a video game adaptation. Well, shout out to them. I did the reads for that up here. Oh, man. Prior to this weekend, Disney and Marvel's Captain America Brave New World held the benchmark for the year's biggest opening. So, yes. And then before that, also Super Mario Brothers. That was the largest start for a video game adaptation at
That movie was cute.
And $46 million. So now this broke those records. So shout out to a Minecraft movie.
Good for them. I've never played the game, but...
Well, you might want to, or at least watch the movie.
I'm going to watch it.
All right, now let's get into Club Shay Shay. Damon Wayans Sr. was on, and he talked about a lot of different things. One thing that he talked about was, and they've said this before, when they were young, if they used to fight or get in trouble, their mom would make them kiss each other. Here's what he had to say in a very joking manner.
You guys would fight. Your mom would make you guys kiss.
Yep, in the mouth.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. I learned how to tongue kiss with Marlon. Nah. But like once you kiss your brother in the mouth, you don't want to do that anymore.
You don't want to fight no
You don't
more.
want to
You
fight no
done.
more. Yeah, we'll take this. We'll go outside. We'll find a place to finish this. But like we didn't like kissing each other.
That's a wild sentence.
That's a wild way to punish your kids for fighting. Like now, y'all got to kiss in the-
It worked
Like, we're not
apparently.
gonna fight anymore. We promise.
It low-key seems like child abuse to me, but
All right, now another thing he talked about was that he was supposed to play Richard Pryor, but Richard Pryor's ex-wife got in the way of him playing him in the movie because she had this whole thing called A Fallen Angel that was basically about her struggles in her marriage where she detailed Richard Pryor being abusive. Here's what he said.
I was the original one that they picked, and supposedly Richard wanted me to do it.
This life is complex.
I don't think it's his life. I think it's his ex-wife.
Right. Okay.
Who wants to make it her story.
Okay.
Because I read her book, A Fallen Angel, which was a good book, but Richard was abusive, and she wants it to be more about that. And I met with Jennifer, and I was like, look, Richard Pryor is Malcolm X with punchlines. That's how black people see him.
Yeah.
They would lose their minds if they made this movie about you.
It ain't gonna fly.
And then I never heard from her again.
Ooh. That's juicy.
I mean, but he's low-key right though. I mean, it can be two separate movies.
Yeah,
if you
she
want to
can
make
do
your
her story.
If you want to do your story, no one's telling you not to tell your story.
Right.
But
A story about Richard Pryor can't focus on.
on one aspect, it has to be his whole life.
Okay. And lastly, he also talks about falling in love with his nephew's ex-girlfriend. Oh, we don't have that. Okay. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have About Last Night. I told you I had an active weekend. I know. We both did the same thing last night, too.
I know.
White
White Lotus,
Lotus.
the season finale.
Ooh, it's way up.
Spicy.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Akeem Woods.
What's up, guys?
What's up? And about last night, I do want to say again, a shout out to the happy couple, Dan and Rita. They got married over the weekend. Dan is our producer.
Yep.
So he's on vacation. So we are holding it down. Yes, he's on his honeymoon right now, but it was amazing. The wedding, the food was great. Afrojack came and surprised DJ. We got Mano to do a song, All the
nice.
Above, and that went crazy.
That's
they kept
amazing.
throwing Dan in the air. He was proud, so they would toss him around like a rag doll.
How long were you out till?
It was on Saturday. It was a long time. Everything started at 4, and
Yeah.
then it didn't end. It didn't end. They're probably still there, but no, it was a good time. So congratulations to them. And then last night, I was recovering. I was also trying to take care of things in my home, which is overwhelming. But I had to watch White Lotus. You were the one that kept reminding me.
I know.
Not just you, but my friend Heidi. Everybody was like, White Lotus, don't forget White Lotus. You watching White Lotus tonight?
Season finale.
Season finale of season 3. What did you think on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you give it?
I give it a 6.
Ooh.
Yeah, higher than, like, a little bit above average, but still not happy with it.
I don't want to give away spoilers because I know I'm sure there's people that haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Seasons 1, 2, or 3, which was your favorite? Or put them in order.
I love season 2 the most. That was with Jennifer Coolidge, right?
I don't never know anybody.
Jennifer Coolidge, the girl who fell off the boat.
Season 1 was in Hawaii. Season 2 was it in Italy? Where
Yes.
was it? Yeah.
Okay. Season 2 is my favorite. Season 1 and then season 3.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So season 3 is your least favorite. Is what
Season
you're
3 is
saying.
my least favorite. Yeah. Season 2 was with Jennifer Coolidge. That was hilariously great. I love season 2.
All right. Well, yeah. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you check it out. I mean, a lot of people said they felt unfulfilled. One thing, and this is not really a spoiler,
Yeah.
but we will say the family that was there with the 2 sons that made out with each other.
Yeah. They got a little X-rated. Yeah.
Yeah, and the father, you know, because people don't have their phones there, so no
Yeah.
one had their phone, so they didn't realize that the father was like gone broke and
Yeah.
probably going to jail for
Embezzlement. And all this
embezzlement.
stuff.
Right, so they're about to find out, you know, in this, and people wanted more from that. They felt
Yeah.
unfulfilled.
I felt unfulfilled. That's
You want a reaction.
I wanted like a
when people get their
ending.
phones back, like, what? We're broke?
Yeah.
When they were staying in this beautiful resort.
Yeah.
But I'll say that much because that's not too much of a spoiler.
Yeah. It's just you know, it was what it was. But it was mid to me.
What did you think was going to be? Because they always start off with somebody getting killed. Who did you think
I was thinking
was going to be dead?
I don't know who I thought. I thought it was gonna be. Well, I don't want to say who I thought because then that'll tell you that person's not
It
dead.
doesn't matter. Who did you think?
I thought the dad was going to be dead.
Okay, because I think that was the most obvious one.
Yeah, it was the most obvious one. Yeah.
All right. Well, that is about last night. Now, when we come back, tell us a secret. We didn't give too many secrets away from White Lotus. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Any secrets you had. This is a no judgment zone. No matter what it is, you can call us up unless it's a crime.
Yeah. Don't be telling us you murdered somebody.
All right. 800-292-5150. Call us up. We want to hear your secrets. You are anonymous. It's a no judgment zone. That's 800-292-5150. Tell us a secret.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with comedian Akeem Woods. What's up?
What's up?
You want to tell us a secret, Akeem?
No, but I'm excited to hear these.
All right. Well, you guys, it's anonymous. It's a no judgment zone for sure. 800-292-5150. What's up, anonymous caller? What's your secret?
Oh, yeah. So I love to peg my man.
Okay. All right.
I introduced it to him, and since then it's just something that we do when he's feeling a little extra spicy.
How do you introduce it for everybody out there that's like, I want to introduce my man to this?
It was just one of those, hey, I like to try something new with you. If you're interested, you got to be real comfortable. Take a couple shots. I think you'll be fine.
How many men have you pegged?
4.
Many men.
4? Okay, you out here. You're on top.
I've done 2 white men and then 2 black men thus far.
Okay.
I'm excited for the comments to say that this is gay. I don't think it's gay, but I know people are going to think it's gay.
All right. Well, keep
No, not
pegging.
at all.
Definitely no judgment here. That was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150 if you couldn't get through and still want to tell us a secret. And when we come back, Yee tea time. Akeem, I was showing you Real Housewives of Atlanta. And the scene that is the reason that Kenya is not filming for the rest of the season. But we have that for you. Definitely want to know what your thoughts are. So hit us on at Way Up with Yee so you can chime in. It's Way Up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Akeem Woods is here.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
Hey, and it's Yee tea time. So I had you watching some Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Messy.
Yes, it's very messy. And as you know, Kenya Moore, who is a staple on the show, she recently has been not filming. So basically, she filmed up to a certain point, and a lot of people were talking about this, her exit from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Some people were torn about it, but we also hadn't seen what happened. Now, we do know this has to do with some type of pornographic images being shown of Britt Eady, who's on the show. She's a new cast member this season. And so now we have that. So Kenya was doing her hair salon opening, and she spent a lot of time showing some images of Britt at the opening. And so she had these big poster boards
It was
that
wild.
she was showing. And here's what happened.
Then they kept sending me information. That's some nasty work.
Ain't nobody trying to see this girl sucking nobody's. That is just so crazy.
So she showed some images of Britt performing oral sex.
Yeah, that's
yes.
wild.
Right. At an event in front of all these people. Now, Bravo blacked out the poster board and said due to the graphic nature of these pictures, they weren't going to show it, of these images.
Yeah.
And here is what people had to say immediately after this at the event.
What's lower than hell? What's worse than hell? Whatever it is, that's where we at now.
How do you feel about that? I didn't like that. That was a lot. It's too far.
I know it's like, okay, tit for tat sometime in this group. I know. You go low, I go lower. But this is too much.
And the way the scene started off, Britt had came with flowers to apologize.
That's crazy.
To Kenya for something previous. Kenya was just ignoring her. Now, Kenya posted, "You have been my besties for the last 12 years, and I love and appreciate you so much. Last year, you cried with me when all of my hard work from the salon was cut by production, and none of it was shown. I want to thank all of my friends who showed up for me and who support me on a regular basis, who love me down. Miss Lawrence, thank you for gracing us all with your presence. You are a star." She thanked the event planner, Events by Monet.
Jesus.
She thanked the gorgeous models who helped make Kenya more hair care so iconic. And she said to the cast, "I wish you all an incredible season. To my friends and family, thank you for loving me, flaws and all." So I don't know what this means for the future on the show, but you watched this. What did you think about it?
the most toxic thing I've ever seen. One, that's illegal. Revenge porn is definitely a crime in Atlanta. So please, y'all should, whoever she did it to should file against her, because she could definitely get some jail time and some $100,000 fine type stuff.
Now, people on social media are going back and forth about this. Cynthia had said, I'm getting to know Britt, but I know you. I really hate that you let that in this way. I think you're bigger than this, and I think you're better than this. So
Yeah.
Cynthia said that even though she's friends with Kenya. Now, one of Kenya's friends said, all I'm going to say is you were provoked and antagonized for 4 episodes. You were the best version of yourself during every single encounter with every single cast member. The moment the threat was made, and that's because Britt threatened that she had a gun.
Okay.
Yeah, on a prior episode. And so people took that as, well, why is Britt still on the show and Kenya's not? If she's referencing...
I mean, take them both off the show. They both toxic. But like, that's an easy solution. Take them both off.
But that was Kenya's last appearance on this season.
Rightfully so.
And so I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know if she's going to be on season 17. But I guess we're here to find out. But I agree, it could have been that maybe both of them shouldn't have been, because
you can't threaten
Kenya said
somebody.
you
You can't
didn't
threaten
feel
somebody with a
protected.
gun, but at the same time, you can't go out here and show pornographic pictures of people either. Like, that's wild.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not in the headlines. They're flying under the radar. One of them I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's a new clothing rental marketplace that has raised some money. I want to see if you would use this. It's way up.
Okay.
News. I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Akeem Woods is here.
What's up, booze?
What up, boo? And it's time for Under the Radar. Do you have your real ID?
Yeah.
You do? Mm-hmm. You know that everybody has to get the real ID, and you have until May 7th. That's when... Oh, now you don't know.
Is that the one with the little star on it?
And that's when new federal rules go into effect. And they pushed this back for years, because remember they kept saying if you don't have this real ID, you won't be able to travel. But the Real ID Act was passed by Congress in 2005. They're saying the federal government has to enhance security standards for identification. So that's what this is about.
Is that what this is?
Everybody's panicking, so everybody's... Let me see. Is this a real ID? I think you have the right one.
Okay.
Not for federal purposes, it says here. Okay.
I hope so.
But yes, there's it's really hard for people to get appointments right now, because people waited to the last minute. But the Real ID rollout has varied from state to state. A lot of residents are confused about who needs it, who's required to get one, how quickly you can get a new ID. Now that people are rushing to get this done. So they said May 7th. That date is very much on. That final rule was published in January to allow for necessary flexibility. So yes, to avoid delays at airport security checkpoints, everybody age 18 and older are urged to secure proper identification by May 7th. All right, now I was telling you guys about this peer-to-peer clothing rental marketplace. It's called Pickle.
Oh.
And they've raised $12 million. They're trying to be the Airbnb of fashion.
Okay.
So basically, it's a rental service that's available via mail nationwide, but is focused especially on New York, LA, and Miami. Lenders and renters can meet up or use courier services through Uber or DoorDash, and you can basically exchange clothes and borrow somebody's outfit.
Oh.
So it's something that's been popular with fashion influencers. They are using it to monetize their closet. So maybe you want to rent out your clothes, like an Airbnb for your clothes.
Okay.
And you can do that directly to somebody. They pay you to borrow and wear your clothes and then give it back. What do you think about that?
I'm not doing it.
Okay, like let's say I was at a wedding over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say I needed a dress for the wedding and I saw somebody.
I get why people do it. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing it.
Because you love clothes.
I like my own clothes. I'm not trying to be in some random...
It's kind of like thrift shopping, though, no? In a way, but you don't have to keep it.
I like to keep the stuff that I got.
But what if it's something special that you want to wear one time only? It's kind of like how Rent the Runway was.
I mean, I don't want to say, maybe. But I'll wear
Except
something
you're
over
getting
and
it
over.
directly from a person.
Yeah.
And there's certain people you look at online and you're like, oh, they dress so nice.
I guess.
And now you can monetize. You could rent your clothes out.
Ain't no one trying to rent my clothes.
All right. Well,
but
that
if you
is
do, sign up.
Under the Radar. Now, we do have the Way It Mix at the top of the hour. Plus, Tatiana Ali is going to be joining us today. So excited. You were excited.
I know.
Because we are all big fans of The Fresh Prince, of course. But
Great
she's done a lot since then, too. And she also has her own passion project that she's working on based off of her own experience, giving birth. And we'll talk about that. It's Way Up.
Just like the talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and of course, Akeem Woods is here with me.
What's up?
What's up? And let's get into this. Well, first of all, let's talk about Kim Kardashian and Beyonce. Rumor is that the two of them have been having crisis calls after Kanye's been attacking Beyonce and Jay-Z's children, also having things to say about his own kids.
He is unhinged. The fact that no one took away his phone is wild.
Now, according to In Touch, a source said that Kim and Beyonce have been communicating and that Kim feels terrible about what Kanye has said and that he crossed the line. And they're trying to reach out to people in Kanye's circle, hoping to encourage him to seek treatment. They're saying this is just a huge crisis. And no matter how angry and disgusted they are, there's still a sense of sadness that Kanye is on this path.
Yeah.
I mean, he has said some.
But I mean, look at his Twitter. He's like posting he was a part of the Nazis and he wasn't, and then he wore a black Klansman outfit. Like, he's unhinged.
Well, also on Friday, Tina Knowles shared an Instagram post celebrating Beyonce and Jay-Z's 17th wedding anniversary. She said, "Happy 17th anniversary to two of my favorite people in the whole wide world." And she praised them for their love and commitment to each other. She said, "True love rises above all of the BS. Enjoy your day."
Aww.
Enjoy love. All right, now, Terrence Howard was on the Demystify Side podcast, and he had some things to say. And this went really viral, where he was basically referencing, I guess, conversations with Diddy.
Yeah.
Or actually going to Diddy's house. Here's what he had to say.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to you. Okay, now I get it. So now no more communication. I've lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that because the man card means everything.
I got to ask you, Akeem, as a gay man, what is the man card?
The man card is toxic because just because you're gay doesn't make you less of a man. It just makes you gay. So now I respect his decision to not want to play gay roles. He's not gay. He doesn't want to play gay roles. I don't care. Like,
and
that's fine.
Also, whether you're gay or straight, don't invite me over trying to sleep with me
exactly.
under the guise of I want to take acting lessons from you.
Exactly.
That's the real problem.
That's the problem is that.
Oh, and this is from the PBD podcast. Sorry, I said the wrong podcast. But yes, I think that's the real issue.
So the man card is weird because you could be a gay man and still not sleep with men to get things. Like, so the fact that it doesn't make you less of a man to be gay. So that's. The man card is weird and toxic.
And then
Just say you don't want to be gay.
There was this rumor, and I don't know how true this is, but Usher was trending over the weekend. Did you see this? They're saying that a man filed for divorce after his wife was seduced by him during a recent performance. And this performance went viral. The woman, they kept saying, oh, Usher seduced this church-going woman, so on and so forth. I want to say these allegations have not been verified anywhere, but they're saying the husband was upset that his wife, who has never kissed him in public, appeared intimately engaged with a complete stranger in the presence of 20,000 people.
Was she kiss Usher?
But this has not been verified. I mean, I didn't see them kiss. I watched the video footage. I saw them extremely close and like really face in face.
Well, listen.
But and then I saw her kind of slink down to the ground to. It was very seductive.
Listen, if you are not comfortable with your relationship, don't go see Usher.
I didn't see him anywhere. But we also don't know that this is verified, but it was trending. All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. When we come back, we have Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. I'm here. Akeem is here. Any question you have, we're here to help.
We're here to help.
Also, Tatiana Ali is going to be joining us. So excited. Fresh Prince is one of the best shows ever. It's
amazing show.
Here I go. Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. You should know. This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Akeem Woods is here with me.
Hey.
And it's time for Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. We have Latanya on the line. What's up, Latanya?
What up, boo?
Hey, what's going on, Yee?
What's up? It's me and Akeem.
Hey.
Hey, Keem. How are you?
I'm good, baby.
What's your question today?
Okay. I'm in dire need of you guys' help. Okay. There is this tall, chocolate, pretty brown skin, 6 foot. I mean, oh my God. I when I tell you, I am like, okay, listen. I'm focused. I didn't shut it down. I just said, look, I gotta love me more than I love you. I gotta focus. But when I tell you, every time I wake up, I go to sleep all day long. I'm thinking about this person. I need my medicine, and he's my medicine. But I have rejected him because I'm trying to stay focused. I want to know. My question is it just me? Is this just me? Does this happen to anybody else? Because when I tell you, I am totally captivated to the point of I don't care what he's doing, when he's doing, whatever he's doing, just as long as he comes see me. And I had to stop that. So it's still affecting me even though I've let him go. Yee, what should I do? Like, is this normal? What's going on?
Wait, what do you mean you let him go?
She's like obsessed with him.
It's like he came around in a time where I was really going through something. And it was just like he said something to me like, it's not about you getting down. It's just how long you going to stay down. And I got up and I kept going up and I'm almost all the way up. And so what I'm saying is, hey, just to touch the small of my back, Hakeem. I'm talking about when I'm talking about when this person walked in, you could have been just tough as bricks before he walked in, but then you putty in the middle.
Girl, you didn't answer my question. How long y'all been dating?
Are you guys dating?
It's a situation. It's like a us thing, you know.
So are you trying to be in a relationship with this Michael B. Jordan looking dude?
If Papa Doc called me and said yes right now, yes, I would be full-fledged. I'm already like in a relationship without being in a relationship. That's what I'm trying to ask y'all.
So do you feel like does he feel the same way about you or no?
I mean, like, we done told each other we love each other and stuff, but I know he's focused on his money right now, and I know how that could be because that's how I'm supposed to be, right? Focused on my money right now, but he is just captivated. He's still in my mind, like, with everything I do.
You know, there's a chance that he could end up wanting to be with you too. And, you know, but if not, it feels like you're very knowing what it is. You're not lying to yourself. You just are obsessed with this person right now.
Yeah, and that's why I shut it down, and I'm just taking time to focus on what I need to focus on. Because, like, when he said what he said, like, I'm focused on my money, okay, that's what I need to be focused on, too. So it's kind of, like, put me on the right track. Like, okay, fall back off this for a minute. Focus on your money. But he's still there. And I like I said, you said it, G, I'm not going to act on it. I'm going to wait till he responds to me. But I'll be there. I'll be waiting.
Enjoy it. Who knows? This could be her one.
Yeah.
Or it's just a fun time.
I hope you get wifed up, girl.
Me too, right? Thank you guys
Thanks
so
for
much.
calling.
Have a good time.
You too. Bye.
All right. You telling her to go back to the street.
Listen, I love you. Like, yo, DM me a picture. I want to see how this dude looks.
It's all she wants right now. Enjoy it. It doesn't happen often.
No, you're right. I'm toxic.
All right. Well, that was Ask Ye, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you could leave a message, and we'll answer your question in that manner. And when we come back, Tatiana Ali is going to be joining us. Young Ashley from The Fresh Prince.
Great job.
You know it. Listen, she's done so much since then, but we cannot stop saying. She's on Abbott Elementary.
I know, but that was such an iconic role.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
All right, it's way up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turn me up. Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and this is exciting. We have a legend in the building. Tatiana Ali is here. Welcome.
What's up? Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming. I was watching you on Taman Hall. So it's nice to see like the energy that you have there, and also on Abbott Elementary, which is one of my favorite shows.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, and I know that cast looks like they have a good time.
They have a good time. They're like comedy scientists. It's like every time you go, you have to have your A game. Yeah. It's been really cool.
I feel like you are on your A game though.
Thanks.
No, seriously, because if you think about it, and I didn't realize until you said it, and that's why I brought up Taman Hall. You said you've been acting since you were 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Like 4 years old.
4 years old.
That's wild. And to see that you're still going strong today, that is such a rare thing.
It's been a journey. It's been a journey. Yeah, I've been really blessed to have incredible mentors.
How old were you when you started on The Fresh Prince?
I was 11.
11 years old.
Yeah, I got the job from here in New York, and then it slowly moved us to California, my family, my mom and dad and my sisters,
And then you're still in LA, right?
I'm actually in the Bay. I'm in
you're in the Bay.
California. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Now, I also want to talk about purpose right now. And I love this because you have a company that you, Baby Yams.
Yes.
And this is something I talk about on this show a lot, is the Black maternal health care and the crisis that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually pulled up, just like what's going on in 2025, maternal deaths have dropped except for Black women. So the mortality rate for Black mothers in the U.S. has not improved. And so this is something that you have taken on as a mission. Can you tell us what your personal experience was like?
My oldest baby, I had a very healthy pregnancy. But when I got into the hospital and it was time to give birth, everything changed. And, you know, my birth plan was ignored. I experienced obstetric violence. I was restrained.
Wow.
All the things that happened in there resulted in my baby being in the NICU for the first few days.
And I can't imagine how
4 days.
scary that is.
It's terrifying because we went in healthy. Same pediatrician I had as a child was the pediatrician for my son. And I remember finally getting to his office and him holding up my baby and just being like, don't worry, we have a healthy baby boy. You guys are all good. We start clean from here. Because it was
you needed to hear that.
I needed to hear that. And we went through, you know, a year and change of just real, like almost like a PTSD.
Right.
Of like, what happened? How did that go down like that? When I found out we were expecting our youngest, that's when all the red light alarms went off. I cannot do that again. I found this whole world of activists and advocates and community birth workers, Black midwives and doulas, and who have been raising the alarm for decades.
Right.
This has been going on, the same experience that I had. This is the kind of treatment and lack of listening and lack of bodily autonomy that leads to deaths. And I started the advocacy work, educating myself, going everywhere I could while I was still pregnant, while I was pregnant with my second baby.
Because you learned from that first one and you're like, we're never going to let this happen
yes,
again.
I was doing my research. I was learning. I was looking for, oh my gosh, I want a midwife. I want a Black midwife. I want this experience. And at the same time, I just wanted to share what I was seeing and what I was learning. If I had known,
because you want to help other
everything
people,
would have been different.
Just a flashback to, like you said, you had a plan and they just ignored what your plan was.
It was just like that piece of paper was just tossed from the minute that we walked in. Absolutely.
All right. Well, Tatiana Ali is here. Definitely a legend. She's got a lot going on. Of course, we know her as Ashley from Fresh Prince, but she also has a lot going on in the realm of helping other women with her Baby Yams. We have more with her when we come back. It's Way Up.
Vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here and I am talking to Tatiana Ali. I know recently you've seen her on Abbott Elementary. You know her from The Fresh Prince, and she's got her own venture going on with Baby Yams.
I learned during my advocacy work, I don't come from a particularly litigious family. You know, my parents are immigrants. Like, if something happens to us, it's not like, well, call the lawyer. Like, I just wasn't raised that way.
I'm not like that either.
Right. I wasn't raised that way. But along my work, I realized that the same things that happened to me, there are people who have sued for that.
Yeah.
And by the time I figured that out, though, the statute of limitations was up. So, and I wish I had known that, because
and you were so fortunate your child was healthy after all of that, and in spite of what happened in there.
Yes.
So that's the biggest blessing.
And they're both doing well today. They're healthy, happy babies. Yeah.
Did you know about midwives and doulas when you were having your first baby?
I'd heard the term doulas, and I even had one actually during my first birth, but I didn't understand community doulas. I didn't understand the difference with community midwives. So the doula I worked with was very much kind of like in conjunction with the hospital.
Okay.
There are a lot of midwives in hospitals, but they don't. They function differently from community midwives and community doulas.
Okay.
So I didn't have that sort of protection and guidance from my doula that a community doula would give someone.
What would you tell somebody listening now, a woman who is expecting
Yeah.
and is going to have to check into the hospital to
Yeah.
have her baby? What advice would you give to a woman right now just so she can feel more comfortable and know how to advocate for herself?
So I would say, number one, trust your instincts. Any little microaggression, we're so used to microaggressions at the grocery store, people following you, looking at you funny. This is not the place for that.
Right.
We're used to like, you know what, let me just go about my business. I'm not worried about that. This is not the place for that. If you experience any kind of microaggression with your caregiver, people like dismissing your questions or not taking the time to really sit with you, look elsewhere. That's one. And build your team, the team of people around you. It could be a sister, it could be a friend, it could be your partner. Have that team, because there's something that's happened in this culture where it's like we feel like we have to do everything by ourselves.
Right.
But that's not how it works in this. That's not how it works when you're raising kids, when you have a family. That building your family, where's your village? Like look to people for help. Tell them what you want, like what your desire is, what your dream is, and then go find it.
Right. Do your kids know how cool you are?
Oh my gosh.
Do they have any idea like who their mom is?
I mean, they know like I'm an actor, like an art, but they're not on TikTok or anything. I've kept them away from phones for as long. Let's see how long I can do it. But so they don't know all of that. No, not necessarily.
Because they can watch like Abbott Elementary. You don't mind having that on in the house.
Yeah, no.
So talk to me about even how you got that role. I saw you said you actually had to audition for it too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I auditioned for it, just like actors do, and I was really excited when I found out that I got it.
Right.
There's something about Crystal that I don't know. I felt like I got her, even though she's so
a little snarky.
She's snarky, a little nice, nasty, a little and she's kind of a compilation of some different people that I've known in my life, which I won't.
Yeah. All right, Tatiana Ali is here now. This is a special day. Normally we would have last word when we come back, but because I'm enjoying myself and living out my dream with Tatiana Ali, we have one more break with her. When we come back, it's Way Up.
And I'm back. We're about to do this. One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee.
You're Way Up with Angela Yee.
Please believe that.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and Tatiana Ali is here with me, a.k.a. Ashley from The Fresh Prince. Do you think that people feel like they know what you're like just based off of your roles? Because like you said, you've been doing this since you were a kid. It's not just acting, it's the music, and now it's this activism work.
Yes, I want to show you the blankets.
Oh, I cannot wait to see that. And I know you've sourced the materials from Ghana.
Yes.
All right, so talk to me about this. I got to see these blankets.
Oh, okay. So these are baby yams.
Okay.
And so when I was working with my midwife, when I was pregnant with my youngest, Alejandro, a mom group that I spoke at, they gave me Ankara, and I love to sew. And so I made a quilt for my son, and I put blessings in it, my husband and I. It was a really expectant, like joyful time in my life, especially after what I experienced. And I got so many compliments on it. So I started to design.
This is beautiful.
These baby quilts, and every pattern of blessing. So this is the blessing of abundance, and that's the name of the pattern. And the Ankara comes from a woman who sells fabrics in Accra, and it's a really iconic West African fabric. And then
this is beautiful.
Also have batiks, and then we put them with colorful.
My favorite color.
Oh, really?
I love this. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And 10% of the proceeds of the blankets go towards grants for community Black and Indigenous midwives and doulas.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, and they use those grants for schooling. They use those grants for their birth kits. We do it through an organization called Birth Future Foundation. Last year they gave $75,000 worth of grants, and we were able to participate in that grant giving with the sales of the blankets.
These are great gifts for anybody.
People buy them for gifts. I get emails from grandmas and abuelas, like who, they get these for their grandbabies. And it's a keepsake. They're meant to be passed down.
I have this blanket from when I was born that I still have to this day.
Yes.
Do you have anything?
I have my baby blanket.
So things like this, I think, are so classic. So when I was young, I used to, my blanket, her name was May May.
She had it. Oh, no, my blanket doesn't have a name. Wait.
It used to be called my May May.
May May.
Yeah. And so I literally, like, there's pictures of me walking down as a flower girl in weddings. Like, I couldn't go anywhere without it.
Yeah, and they're really made with a lot of love and a lot of care, and they're made to last
and to wash, because you got to wash them a lot
they're
too.
Made
Hello.
to wash
because they're gonna fall on the floor.
Oh yes, mine is the original, the prototype has been it's been all over the place.
I love the fact that you turned something that was a negative experience for you into something positive, and it is a way for you to say, okay, this happened to me. Let's make sure this doesn't have to happen to anyone
Angela,
else.
I can't tell you how many, in all these years that I've been doing this advocacy, I've not been in one room where somebody doesn't have a story to tell me.
Listen.
Multiple stories, and of many generations.
I just think the work that you're doing, I love it. Like, I think it's so important. How can people go online? How can they purchase these baby yams blankets? How can they see your blogs? How can they see all of the information?
Yeah, so the website is baby-yams.com, and subscribe to the email list, because we are always giving out information. Even if you're a birth worker, there's a sign in for that, and that will help you know when the grants are coming out.
That's
Birth
right.
Future Fund.
Let them know y'all gave away $75,000 in grants.
Birth Future Fund gave away $75,000. Okay. After this month, we'll have donated to the fund about $25,000 so
Love
far.
it. Well, thank you so much to Tatiana Ali for joining us today. You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Wake Up With Yee. Of course, I have my baby yams blanket right here, my quilt that is amazing, incredible. Akeem, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, you guys. And make sure you follow my Instagram, Akeem Woods, A-K-E-E-M Woods. We are 15 away from 16,000. Woo!
15 away. We were 16 away when we started today.
I know.
We need 15 more people.
We got
to
one follower in 2 hours, so y'all do better.
Yeah. You got to look at his last post, too.
Yes.
I wasn't allowed to post. But anyway.
Akeem Woods.
Go to Way Up With Yee on our YouTube channel. Follow us. And you guys, we love y'all. See you tomorrow. It's Way Up.